Hey guys, Ari here. Today I'm going to do a video on the trowel I recently rehandled, my WHS, and some modifications I've made to it, and gloves, a real important thing. For us bricklayers out there, or just bricklayers, especially if you're on price, 5 days a week, 48, 49 weeks a year, you're going to be laying bricks, and everything's got to feel right. Everything's got to feel right. You're just trying to get volumes in every day. So with this next week being quite wet, I'll probably not do much recording, so I'm going to release this video, and you'll probably see some footage in the video after this one, the next Bricklaying vlog, with me using these gloves. These gloves are they're about half the price of my my other ones I use, the one with the camo pattern on. These are about 29p a pair, whereas the camo one's like 60p a pair. So there's not much difference, 30p difference. But when you're getting through 3 or 4 pairs a week, it can start adding up over time, and there's just some pros and cons to the different type of gloves, and it comes down to the weather and like the ambient temperature. So yeah, these are a thin back glove. They're thin, they're not too thick or anything. They're a nice cotton or nylon, I can't remember. And they've got the thick rubberized surface, so it's not like a smooth rubber like on my nitrily dipped ones or whatever they're called. There's like a smooth rubber surface on the other gloves, but these are more textured. And the reason is when I'm using like a trowel like this, with the metal that's smooth, the wooden handle that was smooth, until I've just give it a quick sand, get a lot better grip, and it'll keep your hands a little bit warmer with them being a slightly bit thicker. You also have the magic glove effect on the engineering bricks, or any blues or any feature reds or anything like that. The smooth reds, you can give them a rub with this. It does the same job as a sponge on those type of bricks. If you haven't got your sponge, really good to get a good finish with this sort of rubberized surface. And they're a bit more hard wearing when you're on the heavy blocks as well. Your hands aren't going to get as much wear through the glove. So yeah, this is the trowel I've been using for the last week, and it's great. It's a really good trowel. My only criticism is the handle is a slightly bit too long. I could probably cut an inch or so off that, and I wouldn't miss it. But I'm going to see how time goes on, and I've got a cross-cut saw, so if I want to cross-cut this a bit more flush, maybe add a rubber tapper as well. That might be a couple of modifications you could do to it. Also, this is the other trowel, same trowel, but with the handle, soft foam handle they call them. See the difference in thickness there. There's definitely a difference. I personally they feel very much the same. I personally like the feel of the wooden handle. I just like the feel of the neck, like the neck on your finger. This I'm not so much fond of. But yeah, they're about an inch difference in size. So this is a 10 and 10.5ish, and this is like a 9.5. And they do wear down over time. This one has had about 8 or 9 months of use, and I've got an inch down out of it. And this has obviously just had a week's use. So, and there's there's something to be said for these WHS trowels. They're 25 quid a piece. They're probably cheaper to get with the plastic handle than the wooden one. And the 10 inch version, they're really robust. I can't recommend them enough. And obviously they have a lot of application if you want to put a different handle on them. Obviously you can see, you've seen what I've done. But yeah, coming back to the gloves, very fitting. I have a size 9, a large, but we have a bit of working in for 5 minutes, and they feel pretty much like they're stuck to your hand. So you give them a few, just push your fingers right into the tips like that, and then you can get that dexterity what you want when you're on the brick. A lot of the time you'll see me press the brick with sort of those fingers, and that's what you want out of a glove. and this is just sort of an in-between alternative to a really thick glove, but not a really thin glove either. So, and at 30p a pair, you know, it's better. You know, people say go to Screwfix and get those gloves, but you know, you're talking £1 a pair, sometimes £2 a pair. You know, depending on what sort you get. I used to wear some Contour Avenger gloves, £2 a pair, 20 quid for 10. When I could get, you know, I could put my hand in a bucket of water with these and fucking lob them off, get another pair on, I wouldn't be bothered. Whereas, you know, when you're getting up to £1, £2 a pair, you have to sort of be a bit more careful what you do with them. You can't just chuck them away. You can't wipe your arse on them. You know what I mean? You've got to really, you know, you've got to really like sort of look after them. But you know, like the cheap gloves, and they're just, you could just get another pair on. If they're not feeling good, if the fingers go on them, you know, you don't have to be cutting the fingers off and having them fingerless, and well, you know, some comfy. And as well, you saw me, obviously, if you could see that handle there, gave it a little bit of abrasion with just a couple of rotations with a, you know, with the sandpaper. I don't want to take too much of it off. I just want to just take that shine, that slippiness off of it. When if you get a bit of a sweaty hand, you know, it starts moving. That stops it. You know, it dries the wood out a little bit. I know you're losing the finish a little bit, but this isn't a tool to be displayed. It's to be used. And I've abrased the metal a bit as well. It gives it just a little bit more tactile feel, a bit more of a knurl, as you could say. So yeah, that's the video. I just wanted to show you guys what gloves I'm going to be trying out for the next couple of weeks. I got them off Amazon. I'll leave them a link down below. They're called Ogre Fox, probably some Chinese company. But you know, 48 pairs for 13 quid, 29p a pair, I think, if I can remember what I put in calculator. So yeah, you know, check them out. If you know, probably recommend if anyone's wanting to get into doing pick and dip or just get into making life easier, the Tyzacs are, you know, don't let people, you know, don't be put off by how cheap they are. They're a fantastic trowel, and you can have like 3-4 of them, you know, not break the bank. Whereas, you know, 2 of these are the same price as a W rose, and sometimes the roses don't feel right on some people. Like I like mine, but you know, you can't beat the shape of the WHS, and it's you know, even with the abuse I've given this one, cutting bricks with it, it's the only chip I've got in it. If you can see, there's one chip, and that is from really abusing it. You know, I really smashed some bricks in with this trowel. So yeah, check it. So yeah, it's been a couple of days since I did that little video. I've been using those gloves, and they're fantastic. They last about 3 times as long as my other ones, and they're really good hybrid gloves. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll cut back to the other video now. Right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little trial video I did, and I'll see you in the next Bricklaying vlog.